Hi, everybody. It is Kathy, and I love to be selling. Come on in, sellers. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know that you can hear me. Let me know how your weather is. If you don't know, I'm here in New York City, and it was gorgeous today. Absolutely gorgeous. We had wonderful, wonderful, wonderful warm weather. It was like a major, major sneak peek of spring. I was like, yay! So wonderful, wonderful weather. So good, good, good. So come on in and we will get going. And what I am streaming about today is so often, with our listings, we have our listings up and people will come to me and they say, well, Kathy, my item isn't getting found in search. And I found something that very, very interesting that I'm going to show you about that. But while you're settling in, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Kathy Terrell, and I'm a top-rated seller on eBay. Hi, Sharon. How are you? I've been selling on eBay for over 12 years. I am a top-rated seller. I started very small, like a lot of sellers, just moving things out of my home. I needed to be home to take care of my mom. She was quite ill at the time. And what I found was that I really enjoyed selling on eBay. I loved the flexibility. I loved being able to work from home. My mom did pass, and after she passed, I scaled my business. I am a full-time eBay seller. I'm an eBay sales and social media consultant. I actually have over 25 years of brick and mortar experience from here in New York, working in lots of different wonderful companies. I was also an on-air product presenter on QVC. So I was on QVC for 6 years. So what I do is I take all that retail experience that I have and my QVC experience, which is about, if you think about QVC, you are selling to people that are looking at the item and they are looking at you. They are not able to physically pick up the item, smell it, taste it, and touch it. So you are selling through video, through image, and you are selling through words. And I learned so much selling on QVC. So I take all of that and I help you sell more on eBay. What my expertise is eBay search, and my expertise is getting things sold. What about my listing and my social media is going to increase my sales and increase what's called your conversion rate? Your conversion rate is typically how long the item is going to be sitting listing. So if typically your conversion rate is that something sells within 6 months or 8 months, I'm going to work and go, well, how can we get it sold in 7 months or 4 months? And the reason why conversion rate is so important is the quicker you can sell something and for a good price, the quicker the money is in your wallet. And that's what I'm all about is, yes, you want to source good items, and there's a lot of people that can help you with that. I do have some tips on that at times, but I'm much more concerned about your eBay business. How do I list this? How do I promote this so that it gets found in search and it gets found by Google and it gets found by the right person? Because it's not just about getting found. I want to get found by shoppers and getting the best price for my items. So getting found by the right person, and getting it sold for a good price. Hi, Steve. How are you? Ellen, Pam, good to see everybody. You're wrapping things up. You listen. Thank you, Ellen. So this is what I was thinking about. So I actually had this happen to me for a recent trip. So I was in Google Maps, and I was figuring out how to get from my home to get to a place that I needed to get to on Long Island. And so I typed in the address. I'm looking at it. And the way Google Maps works, I'm sure you guys know this, it gives you directions, at least if you're in New York City, how to walk, use mass transit, or driving. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, this just doesn't look right. Like this doesn't look like this is the right thing. So I'm Googling like map of Long Island, and I'm looking at the town. And what I realized was I had written in the street name wrong. So I had put the wrong data into Google Maps, and it was giving me a wonky answer, right? Because it didn't know what I was thinking. It only knew what I was putting into the search query. And this got me thinking about eBay, and I'm actually going to show you. This is going to be very much a show and tell. Is The only way eBay knows what we're listing and then can show it to a shopper is the data that I give it. It's not a person. It's not Sharon. It's not Ellen. It's not Steve, looking at Kathy's listing, like Kathy's putting up a listing of a blue t-shirt and Steve's sitting there going, oh, it's a blue t-shirt, and filling things in. It is all done by machine, by algorithms, by computers. If I input the wrong information, or if I input incomplete information, eBay only has so much information and can only then show my item under the circumstances and with the data that I'm giving it, okay, rather than everything. And this is the example I'm going to give. We're going to be looking at men's plaid shirts. I try to pick searches that are extremely broad to get the point across, but I think you'll see what I'm talking about. And also, obviously, you can do this with eBay Motors, home decor, shoes, dresses, any category. I picked men's plaid shirt because it's pretty broad. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Share screen. Share screen. And my search was men's plaid shirt. And let me just make sure this is showing. Okay, good, it is. Okay, men's plaid shirt. And we're showing all this. And I sorted by newly listed because this is not about best match. This is just about men's plaid shirts. And I extremely generic. Nothing about fabric, nothing about country of origin. I didn't sort by person nearest me, nothing. Just men's plaid shirt. Excuse me. And what you'll notice, and this is on a desktop, is there's 305,570 men's plaid shirts. And I was going through this, a lot of different styles of pictures. By the way, on your titles, you do want to do upper and lower case. And what I'm going to be focusing on is the keywords that they chose for their title, but I also want to show you something else. So again, a lot of pictures. And these are good too, because your titles, you do want to be 75 to 80 characters. I was noticing for the most part, everybody was doing that. Okay. So men's plaid shirt. I was also looking at what choices they were making in their titles for keywords. We've got a lot of button-down shirt. People are talking colors. They're talking brands. Just all very, very, very good. Okay. And I'm going to click in on this one. This is a, actually, you know what? Let me click in on this one. So it's a cool, and excuse me if I mispronounce this, Elixir pearl snap short sleeve polyester. And again, good if it's snap closure, you want to mention that, okay? So good pictures. And we're talking keywords, we're talking getting found. And again, these are the item specifics the seller's chosen. It's button front, giving you the fabric, button up, all this cool stuff. They're giving you measurements. And they're talking about the condition, okay? All kinds of stuff. Now look at this shirt. And I'm being real picky, but this matters, and I'm going to show you why. Do you see anything that is missing from the title? And I scroll down and I looked at the description. Anything you can think of? It's plaid, it's snap front, he did the fabric. Anything? Because I'm going to tell you what it is. Actually, so we look at that. Very nice shirt. Really cool shirt. Okay. So, and this is why it's important. So really cool shirts. If I was looking for men's plaid shirt, if I was looking for those colors, if I was looking for snap, I would totally find it. And again, remember the analogy of traveling and typing in the correct address. Okay. And he's filled in a lot of the item specifics, which again is giving eBay, I always think of breadcrumbs, right, along the path, so that you can find it, or marking it. I remember doing nature trails when I was a kid, and they would mark the sides of the trails with logs so that you could find your way through the forest. So this seller's really done a good job with marking with the plaid, with the fabric, with the snap closure, with the pearl buttons, everything. But they missed a really big one, and they could lose them sales. And this is what I want to show you. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I was good to go into men's plaid shirt, and now I'm going to do, okay. So it was over 300,000 shirts for men's plaid shirts. Guess what happens when I search with men's plaid shirts with pockets? It goes down to 37,000. And you want to know why? Yes, there's less shirts with pockets. It's because a lot of sellers that have shirts that have pockets and that shirt had pockets do not indicate it. They don't put it in the title. They don't have it in the item specifics. They don't have it. If you do not put it in, here's an orange one with the pockets. I'm just going to pull this one up. Okay. Got the pictures. Looking here. Features, logo, flat pockets, pockets. And the other ones that I caught did the same thing. They put it into the item specifics. And I'm bringing this up. You go, oh, like, what's the big deal? The big deal is 35,000 shirts are in the search for pockets because they use the keyword pockets and they put it into the item specific. Some of them too have it in the title. Some of them have it in the description, okay? But they're using that keyword, that descriptive term about the shirt. The sellers that did not do that, their listings do not show, and all I did was search plaid shirt pockets, okay? So I'm not searching brands, I'm not searching fabric, I'm not searching condition, nothing. Is Ellen said now she's going to check our plaid shirts. And I picked something generic also because my husband happens to really like plaid shirts. But it does matter to somebody. There's people that really want those pockets because they can put things in it, okay? Same thing I know as a woman for dresses. If you have a dressy dress, like a prom dress or a mother of the bride type gown, just as they're coming up on prom season, I'm going to date this because it's March 2020, is if there's inline pockets, which means it's right in the seam, so it doesn't really like scream pocket, which can be a good thing in an evening gown, that matters. Those inline pockets people really like because they can stick a lipstick in there, maybe a key, a really small cell phone, but it matters. And if I don't include that, again, either in the title, the item specifics, the description, I'm losing a sale. Why? Because people search for that. They search by neckline. They search, pockets is a big one. They either because people want them or they don't want them. And also whether it's a real pocket or a fake pocket. You'll run into that with kids stuff, okay? But also with grown-ups, because sometimes with grown-ups, I remember some women's dresses where it had pockets, but they were fake pockets. They were for style. And if it is a fake pocket, you want to indicate that, because if somebody thinks that they are buying a dress or a shirt with a pocket that they can stick their keys in or their phone or a pack of cigarettes or whatever they want to put in their pocket, and there is no pocket, they are not going to be happy campers, okay? So that's what I'm saying is it's super, super, super important. And sometimes we forget because we're in a rush. But the other thing is about using that keyword pockets for the men's shirt, and the same thing would be suitable for children's, for women's, is look at how fewer searches there were. Over 300,000, and some of those shirts have pockets, okay? Not all of them do, but some of them do. And they did not show up in the pocket search because they did not use the keyword. It is the breadcrumb. Keywords are your address. They are how Google Maps finds, you know, the Long Island thing that I was trying to get, but it is the ingredients for eBay search, for Google search to find your item. If it has a print, if it has a pocket, if it has a box, if it has an attachment, if it has something, and again, this a lot of times is because we're in a rush, and I totally get it. But by not using that term, you are losing sales. Why? Because they don't know that it has it. And again, sometimes people will say, you know, the pictures are part of the description. Look at the pictures. That's great. And yes, there's a lot more image recognition, bots and everything that eBay's using. That's that thing of, you know, you take your phone, you take a picture of the sneaker, you can load it to eBay search and they can find sneakers. So there's a lot more of that going on, but you really don't want to rely on that. You want to use the terms, and it can be hard, but again, just look at the item. What is distinctive about this item? Is it the color? Is it translucent? Is it where it's made? What are the details? You know, is it ruffled? Is it lace? Is it snaps? How can I get this into the listing? There may not be room in the title. Can I add it in those item specifics for features? Can I add it in the description? Why? Because I want those breadcrumbs. I want eBay search to be able to index this so that when someone's searching for a plaid shirt with pockets, my shirt is in that search. But if it doesn't have pockets, I don't want my shirt to be in that search. Or the dress, or the shoes might have pockets. I mean, it's interesting what happened. The pants with pockets, right? Cargos, front pockets, side pockets, dress slacks, whether they have pockets or not. It matters to buyers. I want my item to show in that search. That's more potential shoppers when I take that extra 5 seconds to find that detail. And that's what I want, because I want to find the right buyer for my item. Remember what we're about, increasing our conversion rate, getting the thing sold as quickly as we possibly can for a good price. And your keywords are crucial to help you with that. Okay?